Hi, what's the matter? My camera is open, Koi.
Oh,
Yeah, let
okay.
me see. Let me see. Okay, I'll check. Okay. Can you see me now?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, okay. Oh, how are you? I think
Yeah, I'm feel
you're not good.
good.
Are you not feeling well?
No, I feel really good.
You're not feeling good. You're not.
Just
Yeah.
my throat has some problem.
Yeah, actually, we have the same situation here in the Philippines because of the weather condition. It's cold, right? What about in your
Yes.
place? Is it cold there?
Oh, yes, it's already been cool there.
Yeah, okay, because it's December. Now, let me remind you again that we will be off on January 1 and 2. So that means
Yes.
we will be having our class tomorrow, and then after that on Sunday we can't. So we will meet again next Friday.
Yes.
Okay, so that you have also ample time to rest. Okay? So take a
Okay.
rest and drink a lot of water, Koi. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I will
Okay.
remember that.
So yes. So we will be going to spend it's 30 minutes for our midterm test. So are you ready for that? Hmm?
Okay.
Are you ready for the test, or would you like me to have that one by tomorrow so that you can
Okay.
have.
It's okay. I think tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. So it's going to be tomorrow. So we're going to spend 30 minutes of our time tomorrow for your midterm exam, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So because I know I can also sense that you're not feeling well at this point in time, so therefore I have to give you chance to do that one because it's communication, okay? So I prepared a test that is similar to the one that we did just while ago, the use of the WH question. I hope you can still remember that. What are those WH questions, Koy?
No question.
WH question, what are those?
Is what, where, who?
Why? Yes, okay. So I'll be asking the same question, and then after that one, you will going to answer me um, using the the skills that we had learned, okay, in the lesson. And aside from that, the asking question about the is, the do, and then the stress syllables. Okay? So like for
Okay.
example, the word apartment. So where are we going to put the stress in the word apartment? Okay? So I want you to say them correctly, and then I am going to know to take note if you got the if you stress the correct if you stress on the correct syllables. Okay? Okay, Koy.
Okay.
And that would be just only very simple, a simple test, simple as like that. And I know you can do that, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let me share the presentation. And I know I know you're not feeling well at this time, but of course we have to do this one, so it's okay.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah. Okay, can you see the presentation, Koy?
No, not really.
You can? Okay, let me share that one again to you for a while. Okay, why you can't? Hmm,
I think this can be problem of my internet.
really? Okay. This time, can you see it? Can you see it, Koi, or not yet?
Okay, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
It's me praying it.
Actually, I had
Oh,
undergone
okay.
also the same situation with your situation last week, Koi. Yeah, I had a sore throat.
Oh, sore throat. Me
Yeah, and
too. And now I have sore throat.
I am now having taking medicines, antibiotics for 4 days now.
Oh,
Have you go to the doctor for checkup?
okay. Not really because it's just a total. I need to
Take a
like
rest.
using salt to refresh my throat.
Yeah, but actually, when I went to the doctor and let him let when he checked me up, it was a sore throat, and he was able to give me medication for that already. So I am taking 4 days antibiotics because of that, because I can't what is one I can't eat well because it's too painful.
Mm.
Yeah. So what about yours? It's not yet painful. It's not yet you can still eat very well.
No, it's just some problem with my voice.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
just
So meaning to say it's not yet a bacteria, okay? It's not yet a bacteria. Okay, can you see the presentation now?
yeah. I see.
Yeah, okay. Okay, let's try to continue our lesson. And this one is part of the writing again, Koi, right? Okay. So we weren't able to finish last time answering this one. So this time, no. So we're able to um, skip that one. Okay. So this one, so let's try to study this table and graph, then answer the question which follows. So I want you first to look at the table and look at the graph. And after that, let's answer. Can I show you now the questions?
Okay.
Okay. So the question would be this one. Which of these informations or information would you include in your answer? By merely looking at the table and the graph in here and the line graph, so which do you think would be the information would you include in your answer? Could it be one, two, three, four, and five? And which among of this information you will not going to include for the interpretation of this table and graph? So
Hmm.
that would be the question. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So are you ready to answer that now? What do you think would be the correct answer? So, which of this information you will include in your answer? Okay. In order for you to understand, you need to read the questions or the information very well. Okay, like for example, I'm going to give you a clue. The most successful athlete is Michael Phelps from the United States, who has won the most medals for swimming. And let's try to go back to the graph and chart.
Hmm.
Okay, look at this one. Michael Phelps, country of origin from the United States. He won 22 medals for swimming. Okay? If we try to look at the graph in here, okay, is that mention about Michael Phelps, where he came from in the United States? So if you try to look at this one, okay, so the leading one would be United States. Am I right, Koi? If you try to
Yes.
look at the table in here, The leading also is Michael Phelps, and his country of origin is from the United States, and the sport is swimming with a total average of 22 medals.
Mm.
Okay? Now, if you try to look at the medals won in all Olympics, still the leading is United States. Right? Okay.
Yes.
Now, in information number one, the most successful athlete is Michael Phelps from the United States, who has won the most medals for swimming. Is it, what do you think would be this information? Is it reliable with this particular um, table and graphs in here? Or table and
Yes.
graph? Yes. So we might say that number one can be able to include. Am I right? Okay.
Yes.
Partially, let's try to check. So our answer would be yes, we can include that. So let's try to check that. Okay. Next, examine number two. The chart also shows that three of the top five athletes were gymnasts from the USSR. So let's try to go back. Again, huh? The chart also shows that three of the top five athletes were gymnasts from the USSR.
There are a total
On the table, okay, on the
yeah,
table,
there
there
are four
were,
finalists.
yes, 18, 15, and 13. So that means three. There were three gymnasts, okay, from the USSR. Now, can we include this one? Is it included when we are going to make or to write a report for the interpretation of that graph and table? Yes or
Mhm.
no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Next, look at information number three. Michael Phelps won 22 medals. Larissa Latinina, 18. Nikolai Andrianov, 15, Ole Enar Bojernalen, 13, and Boris Shaklin, 13. Okay, let's try to
Um,
go back in here. Michael Phelps, 22, Larissa, 18, Nikolai, that's correct, right?
yes. Correct.
But are we going to include number three in writing
Mm,
interpretation?
I
What do
think
you
so.
think? Why do you think so? Look at this, huh? Can you see the presentation? Is it okay if I'm going to make it smaller so that we can see all the presentation and and the information? Could it be okay?
Okay.
Okay. Oh, look at this, huh? Michael Phelps won 22 medals. And that's correct. The information given is correct also, right? Larissa
Yes.
is 18. That's correct. Nikolai is 15. And then Ole is 13. And then Boris is 13. Okay? Now,
Mm-hmm.
my question is, are we going to include this one as part of our writing interpretation? Okay. The clue in here, Khoi, look at this one. The most successful athlete is Michael Phelps from the United States, who has won the most medal for swimming. Okay. The name, Michael Phelps. Country of origin is there. What sport he won. And how many medals he won. 22. That's the clue, huh? I will be going to explain that one to you later once you got that one already. Now, in number three, Michael Phelps won 22 medals. Question for what? What is that
Mm,
22 medals?
is it belong to Michael Phelps?
And what is that 18? What is that 15? What is that 13? What is that 13? Medals of what?
Medals of swimming.
Is it mentioned in the information number 3? Medals for swimming, they came from this particular country. Is it mentioned in information
No,
number 3? Oh, so
it
are we
doesn't.
going to include that?
No, not. We don't include.
Okay, let's see, huh? So let's try to make this one a question mark. Okay. Okay, we wouldn't know. Let's just try because we are just discussing. Okay. Next, number 4, the sports which the athletes achieve medals in were swimming, gymnastics, and biathlon.
Yes, does include.
So are we going to include this one?
Yes,
Why?
because the table mentioned about three sport.
Okay. Okay, huh? So I'll have to check that one, Khoi. Okay. Next, number 5. In summary, both charts illustrate that the two most successful countries in the Olympics were the USA and the USSR. For the
Oh
for the
no,
conclusion, in summary, both
no, not
charts, both charts, huh? Look at this table, and then what do we call this? Line graph, right? Line chart. So both charts, okay, sorry, both charts illustrate that the two most successful countries in the Olympics were the USA and the USSR. If you try to look at the table, we can say that USA and USSR. If you try to check the line chart in here, we can say that the most leading would be the first is USA, the second is USSR. So, what do you think? Are we going to include this one for the interpretation, writing interpretation of that particular graph
no,
and chart? No.
no.
Okay? Is that your answer now?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, you would like to know now the answer?
Mm,
The
I think number
explanation?
three. I
Huh?
think number three confusing.
Okay. Yeah, because there were two information there that could not be included because they were misleading. Okay? The information given there is incomplete. There are two incomplete information.
Mm,
Okay? Would
okay.
you like me to explain now the correct answer?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So, number 1, correct. Why this one is correct? Because it was mentioned in here the name of the person who became the most successful in, okay, athlete, okay, in the United
Yes.
States. And then it was mentioned there the number of medals he won, and then what particular sport that he won. And that is for swimming. So we can say that this information gives us complete details already, right? So
Okay.
therefore, we have to include this one in writing our interpretation. Okay? And what
Mhm.
do you think would be this part? Remember, there are three parts in writing, interpretation, based on our previous lesson, Koi. What are those? You're groggy, right? Because of that one. Okay. What are those three? What are those three parts
Three does come from
in
USSR.
writing? In writing would be
Mm,
introduction, body,
main
and
body one, body two, and then summary of.
yes. And we have the summary. Okay. So there are three most important parts in writing: the introduction, the body. The body depends of if how many bodies you have there. Okay. If you have one, two, three, four, five, or so on and so forth. And then after that one, we have the summary. Okay. Now, my question would be, which do you think would be the particular one here can be put. Is it in the introduction? Is it in the body? Or is it in the summary?
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Very easy, Koy. It's in the body part. Okay? Because, okay, again, remember, if we are talking about introduction, remember that we have to mention the title of the tables or the
Or
chart.
the part, the
That's the
top medals.
introduction. Remember always that, huh?
Okay.
If you happen to see that that there it was mentioned about the title of that tables or the title of that graphs, that means that is the introduction part. In this
Yes.
particular case, information, this one is part of the body. Okay? Okay,
Okay.
next. Number 2, the chart shows that three of the top five athletes were gymnasts from the USSR. Yes, that can be included. Why? Because it was mentioned in here the
In the
country of
table
the
chart.
origin, okay, the type of the sports, and then, of course, it was mentioned about top five athletes. Okay? Top five athletes. So that means we can be able to include this one in our writing. And which part we are going to put this one? Of course, in the body again, right? Okay. But information number 3, Koi,
Number two,
definitely cannot be put.
included.
Cannot be included. Why? Because there would be no there are incomplete informations. Okay? It was just mentioned in here about 22 medals. 22 medals for what? Right? 18 medals for what? 18 medals for what? 13 medals for what? So we wouldn't know. So we will not going to include this one as part of our interpretation. Not unless you are going to what? Rephrase this one. Okay? If you are going to paraphrase this one, that's the time that you can be able to include this one. But in this case, in this information, we can't. Okay? Because this one is incomplete. Next, number 4. The sports which the athletes achieved medals were in swimming, gymnastics, and the biathlon. Okay?
Mm, yes, it can be included.
But the question is, okay?
Yes.
But the question is, what particular informations in swimming, gymnastics, and biathlon?
Yes.
So you should have to include at least the name of the sport or the name or maybe the name of the athlete or the country. Okay? Even without the total number of winnings, at least you mention about that person, that athletes, or you mention about the country that supports your answer. So this one is not to be included because it needs to be revised.
Yes.
Okay? And definitely number 5 is included. Why? This one is the summary. Look at this, Koi. In summary, both charts illustrate that the two
The
most,
whole overview of the
yes,
information.
countries in the Olympics were the USA and USSR. Remember that in
Yes.
making the summary, Koi, in making the summary, you need to do the comparison between the two. And you can be able to make your own judgment about that. So your judgment would be both USA and USSR would be the topmost leading countries when it comes to sports. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
So that would be it. So you didn't tell us that you're not feeling well, because if I know that one, so I may request for for an off today so that you can be
No,
able
no, no.
to, what is one, you can be able to have a rest, okay.
I
Actually,
think it's okay.
if you're groggy, you can concentrate, Koi, actually, okay? Your mind is not working if that would be the case. Because I had that one also last time. My throat is very painful. So I need to go to the doctor for checkup because I can't eat actually for 3 days, huh? I can eat for 3 days because
Oh,
because of my throat is have had already the so-called what is that? Uh, bacteria already. So I need to take antibiotics for that. Okay? And I'm taking
okay.
4 days now, antibiotics for 4 days. Okay, Koi?
Okay.
So, yeah, of course, we have here tip number 13 and 14. Try, sorry, try to group important information together. So, what
Mm.
does it mean, Koi?
It means we puzzle or we piece together all of it.
The
It means
information
we piece
together.
together all of the information we have just discussed.
Yes, okay. Because that would be your final writing interpretation of this particular graph and chart.
Mm.
Okay? So once you already identified the correct one, so you are going to put that one in writing as sort of your interpretation now. Of course, just what I'm telling you, this one is part of the body. This one is part of the body too. Okay? And number 5 is the summary. So how are we going to make now part of the introduction?
Okay, just
Okay,
uh,
can you tell me now out from this one?
I think question one, the information in question one,
Information in question 1,
in
the
number one.
most, this one, the most
Where's
successful athlete is Michael Phelps. Mhm.
no, 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 no.
Again, in
Now
making an introduction, you have to mention the
I
title.
think it's the title. The chart illustrate the top medals.
Yes. Okay. So I have seen in here illustrate, but of course it's the summary, huh? The summary in here. But we can also use that one that the what do we call this one? The table illustrates top medal winners of all time. Okay. when it comes to athletes. Okay. And then the line graph shows medals won in all Olympics. So that's part of the introduction now. And then you can maybe add a little bit about that one. Okay, Khoi?
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No question.
No question at all. So we'll see you again tomorrow. And
What? Wait.
we'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, why we have this? So why we have our lesson so soon?
Huh?
Doesn't it last more a bit more 30 minutes?
Now? Just now?
Why? Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's
keep just study. I'm okay. I'm fine. Just a
yeah, because
it's like
it's already time.
what?
I cannot
Really?
extend my time. Yes.
Why? Why? Really? So
Yes.
tomorrow we learn
So
how many
tomorrow
minutes?
we're going to what is one to have your midterm test tomorrow. Okay, Koi?
Written test,
So
but we
please
just
be
also learn
ready.
only the 30 minutes.
Again,
But we only 30 minutes.
just for today. Okay.
Huh?
And then
Really?
tomorrow we will going to spend 30 minutes doing your midterm and another 30 minutes for our lesson.
Oh, really?
That would be
Really?
tomorrow, okay? But of course
Okay.
today
Okay.
it's just only like this because it's already been time. I have another student waiting for me, okay?
Oh, okay. So I
Okay,
think you just
Koy.
so free. Okay, okay, okay. I
Yeah.
get it.
Okay. So thank you so much for your time, and I hope you will be okay tomorrow, so that you can be able to think. No, I'm just going to give you a brief summary of the questions I had. Okay, just for a while, I have to look at my presentation. I had okay, we had 40 item tests.
Okay.
Okay, 40 items. And part one is 24 points for the part one because every response that you will going to have would be three
Mm-hmm.
points.
Okay.
So for part one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 questions. Okay? So 8 questions using the WH question, the yes or no, the is and the do. Okay? Okay. And then after
Okay.
that one, for the
Okay.
part two, we have 24 points. So you will going to stress the syllables.
Okay.
Okay.
I get it.
By saying, you are going to
Mm-hmm.
tell me what by communication, by communicating, by speaking, where is the
Mm-hmm.
proper stress for that for the words. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
questions?
I
No
get
more?
it.
No
What?
more? No more
Yeah, tomorrow.
questions? See you
No question?
tomorrow. Okay, so I
Okay,
want you
goodbye.
to take a rest and drink a lot of liquids or water, Koi. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay,
Okay,
but anyway, have
bye-bye.
you have a
Have a
great
good
day.
night. Bye-bye.
Yeah. You too.